Hello, my name is Irene Tansman, and I'm the author of A.B. and Arlene's Autism War. I'd like to talk to you today about Nicky's Law. This is legislation that is desperately needed in Massachusetts. This legislation is endorsed by all relevant Massachusetts disability organizations, including the ARC and the Coalition of Families and Advocates, otherwise known as COFAR. Unfortunately, Nicky's Law was defeated in the last legislative session due to objections of the Committee for Public Counsel Services, otherwise known as the Public Defender's Office. Nicky's Law has recently been resurrected under House Bill 3783 and Senate Bill 1836. Now I'd like to tell you about my story. My son Isaac is 31 years old. He's diagnosed with both autism and Crohn's disease, and he's served by a Massachusetts Department of Developmental Services, that's the DDS, a DDS contracted provider. He's served by a DDS contracted provider for both day and residential services. In September of 2017, my son was home for a visit, and he was severely distressed. Maladaptive behaviors that I hadn't seen for years had suddenly reappeared. Immediately, I thought he might be having a Crohn's flare, or perhaps there was some kind of mix-up with his medication. He was not acting at all like he usually does. There was a sharp and sudden change in his personality. I immediately spoke to his group home manager about this sudden change of behavior. Isaac returned to his program after his visit with us. A day after that, I received a call from the day habilitation director. She told us that Isaac had been abused. Another staff member had reported the abuse. The director apologized for having hired this person and told us that she had fired her on the spot. There is no way that the director could have known the person was an abuser. Job applicants are not known to disclose these things at the time of an interview. We were fortunate that the provider did the correct thing by taking ownership of what happened and taking prompt steps to correct the situation. I believe that the abuse occurred for a duration of 2 weeks or less. After that call, I received a letter from the DDS Investigations Unit. The letter said that Isaac had been slapped on the head, punched in the back, and grabbed by his genitals. About 6 months later, the DDS Investigations Unit sent us a report substantiating the alleged abuse. Less than 10% of these cases referred to the Massachusetts District Attorneys resulted in any charges at all against the perpetrator. The person who did this to my son could very well and easily get a job with another DDS contracted provider. This person could easily do the very same thing to another vulnerable individual. Her name would not show up on a criminal background check or on a fingerprint check. This person is most likely now working for another provider and is most likely abusing someone else. In Massachusetts, abusers are simply recycled back into the system. Nicky's Law would create a registry of persons who have abused someone like Isaac. This registry would include only those who have committed substantiated abuse, not those who are merely accused. If Nicky's Law is passed, DDS and DDS-funded providers would not be able to hire someone on that registry. Nicky's law includes an extremely strong, comprehensive, formal appeal process for the alleged abusers. It is very unlikely that someone's name would appear on this registry who did not commit abuse. Nicky's law is the first baby step towards mitigating the issue of abuse and neglect of individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities in Massachusetts. This law in no way will resolve this huge and complex issue. We need a comprehensive package that would address the issue of abuse and neglect of children and adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities in a variety of settings, including public schools, private specialty schools, DDS contracted providers, and DDS direct services such as state-operated group homes. Right now, Massachusetts is doing little to address this issue. If you have any thoughts regarding how to address this issue, please comment below. I hope that all of you who view this video do everything you can to help pass Nicky's law, including asking your state representatives and senators to co-sponsor the legislation. This video regarding Nicky's law is in response to requests from Autism Sprinter. Please support Autism Sprinter. Visit them and like them on Facebook. I hope you will consider buying my book, A.B. and Arlene's Autism War. It is available for sale at Amazon and at barnesandnoble.com. Thank you.